Hi everyone and welcome to today's Drama Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps, and I'm reviving the guess date game, so you can check out the suggestions of stuff you want to guess in the description. I have more details down there, and we're going to get right to it. Apologies if some stuff is left out or like not in there that you think it should be in there. I watched this episode on a hospital TV while we were waiting for X-rays to be read, so I think I missed the first 15 seconds of the episode, which I know the first 15 seconds just totally explains everything, and how could I watch the rest of it missing the first 15 seconds? And I hadn't seen yesterday's when I watched it, so I didn't understand some stuff, but I got through it, I wrote it down, and now I get it, because I watched it yesterday. So let's get right to it, because you could probably skip the first 30 seconds of the video and not miss anything, because that's how my videos are. At the floating rib, Lulu and Laura are there. They're talking about the custody hearing. Kevin comes in to meet them, and Laura says that the judge will make her ruling tomorrow, and she wants to have the judge wants to have Charlotte evaluated, and can he make the evaluation? And Lulu is like, she's going for anything, you know, she's turning over all her stones, which is my weird saying that I keep saying wrong for the past 2 days. So yeah, I'm like, we gotta look under the rocks, and my mom's like, what are you talking about? Where are the rocks? So Kevin says it's a conflict of interest, obviously, but he would have to disclose, and Lou says, look, but you would have to disclose why it's a conflict of interest, and, you know, that you were shot by Valentine, or, you know, they'd be forced to let you evaluate, which isn't the worst plan in the world, but still won't work. And he says, no, there's too much, and she's like, look, I am a little desperate, like, I'm, you know, as long as you admit it, you can't be wrong, right? Maybe he can still help, talk to the other therapist, tell them all the information, but he's like, I can't, like, it has to be impartial, and they know this, they're just, you know, they're turning over all their rocks. So Kevin doesn't think Lulu did anything wrong by telling Charlotte. Yeah, it was bad timing, but, like, it's not like she lied to her. And then the Crimson thing, and, you know, she knows Charlotte will tell the therapist she hates her, but Kevin thinks that her feelings will change, and he can guarantee the therapist will be able to see beyond words. You know, they'll be able to interpret her actions and all the circumstances around her feelings, and the therapist knows Charlotte was kept from her, so they're going to take that into account. And Lulu, like, she admits she didn't really think of it that way. She's been so focused on what Charlotte's going to say that she hasn't thought about how, like, her words and actions will be perceived by a professional. Lulu has to go, but she wants to be there when Dante gets home. Kevin's sorry he can't help more, and Laura's like, look, we just had to ask. And she has one more favor: be honest with her. We'll get back to that. At Elizabeth's place, Liz and Franco are back home. They're talking about the bomb scare and everything. Jake is awake and kind of, like, creepily being downstairs, which, why are you downstairs? And he asks if something happened tonight because the babysitter didn't let them go on TV or the internet. Been there, but not with a babysitter. Anyway, so Liz shows him a picture of his new baby sister, and, you know, he doesn't think she's cursed, or he hopes not, and Elizabeth is like, what? So Jake tells Liz Helena cursed Sam and Jason. Well, obviously Dad, but whatever. And, you know, it would be around even after she died. And Liz says everything is gonna be fine, which honestly, that'd be my reaction too. So she tells him Helena told stories to make herself seem more powerful and magical. And he wants him to tell her anything. No, she wants him to tell her anything he remembers about his time on Cassadine Island with Helena. And then he goes in this weird, like, trancey thing, and he says, never forget, Jake, never tell. And he doesn't seem to remember saying that, and he's tired, and they're worried. So Liz goes over to this box, and it has the Jake's Adventure book that Helena left in her will, and she knows the boys haven't seen it, because, like, it hasn't been touched, but he just literally quoted the book. So, yeah. You know, and maybe it's a code, and Franco wants to make sure they're not looking for something that's not there. Like, are they looking too deep into this? So they say that he seemed normal, but now he's like, really, they're getting under the surface of this I don't know what to call it. She's scared that he's holding on to some terrible trauma that he's blocked out, and she doesn't know what to do. So Franco says maybe there's another way to, you know, find out. I wonder what that could be. At General Hospital, Sonny comes in to check on Jason. He's talking to Curtis about Liv. He needs answers, but Curtis doesn't have any extra information. Like, he doesn't know where to find her. And then Sonny wants to know about Rudge. So he shows him the picture of Rudge and some info, and Sonny Sonny calls Max and asks about the waterfront. Loop and Spinelli, they're finding her tonight. And Sonny got some information. Andre comes into the room that Jordan's being seen in to talk to her, and he kind of breaks professionalism a little bit. He talks about their breakup. She says, it forced her to face some things that she didn't even realize she was hiding from, and they're going to stay friends. And then Curtis comes into the room. Jordan gets a call. Andre thanks Curtis for helping defuse the bomb, but then he confronts him about blowing up their relationship because they had something special and Curtis just destroyed it to prove he could destroy it. But Curtis says they're not together, and Andre says, you shouldn't have even been involved in the first place, and you'll lose Jordan too. At Ava's, Ava is talking to Carly, but Carly left, which I realized, I guess she was sarcastically talking to Carly because she clearly saw Carly leave. Now Ava is calling Sonny. She wants to see Avery. Carly unloaded on her, and she has nothing to do with Morgan's death. Yeah, okay. And she wants to arrange, a visitation. She's leaving us on a message, by the way. Someone's at the door. It's Jordan, and she's there to speak with her. Ava asks if anything happened with Julian, and Jordan's like, no, why? She's here about Olivia, and she's, all over the news. She worries about Julian. So Ava says Liv and Julian were both here. At the bridge, so I obviously I hadn't seen yesterday's episode. So Alexis ran off into the woods after Liv shot at Julian. And Liv and Rudge are going to take off. They're not worried about Alexis. She's in heels. They're in the middle of a nature preserve. She's not getting anywhere for a few hours. Plenty of time for them to run away. And her work is done. She avenged Duke even if she couldn't bring him back. And she has one last wrong to right. So Rudge comes back to the bridge. Sonny's there. He wants information, and he makes Rudge say his name, Sonny Corinthos, and his son, Morgan Corinthos. He's out for blood. At the cemetery, Carly's visiting Morgan's grave. She says the mystery is solved. It wasn't Ava, it was Liv. She wants revenge. She acknowledges that she's like Sonny like that. She finally gets him now, and look where they are. And then she runs into Liv. Oh my god. So, my finger just froze up. That was weird. So Carly won't let her leave. Liv doesn't realize Carly knows who she is, and she doesn't realize who she's talking to. But Carly says she knows who she is, but Liv doesn't realize she's Carly Corinthos. So Liv laughs in Carly's face and says that, what's on TV is ridiculous. It's being blown out of proportion. But Carly says, no, you killed my son. You're standing on his grave, and Liv pulls a gun on her, and Carly doesn't care. So Carly's going to make her pay, and she goes after her. There's a gunshot. She shot Olivia.
It's okay.
And she has the gun on her. Carly has the gun on Olivia, and now they're going to talk. So Liv says that it was an accident. She's so sorry. It wasn't her fault. It was Julian's fault. It kind of, and, she blamed everyone. Oh, wait. With going back to that, with what Olivia's saying, that wasn't her fault, it was Julian's fault. It almost reminded me of The Lion King. I draw a lot of Lion King parallels. It's weird. But when, at the end, spoilers, if you haven't seen The Lion King, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but spoilers, when Scar is telling the other, was he telling the other lions that it was all the hyenas' fault? He was telling Simba that it was all the hyenas' fault. They made him do it, blah, 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 when really, he's the one to blame. So it kind of reminded me like that a little. This desperate, reaching out to blame someone else. And Carly says, look, I blamed everyone. But really the only person to blame is the one who planted the bomb. So Carly knows shooting her won't do any good, but she can make sure Liv isn't around to hurt anyone else and balance the scale, so go for it. And now end scene. So Kevin's honest opinion is that things could go either way, which is not what Laura wants to hear, but it's appreciated. Franco suggests art therapy, and he's sure he can gently unlock what's going on with Jake, but Jason might not like it. And Liz says that maybe Jason shouldn't know until there's something to report. That's gonna go over well. Ava tells Jordan about Liv holding her at gunpoint and tying her up, but then she called Julian and lured him away, and Jordan asks why she didn't call the police, and Ava's like, really? You're so biased against me, and Jordan's like, fine. But, they had evidence against her. It was, needless to say, it was planted, and they've since let her go because they're acknowledging that. But, it's not like they had nothing, and it's not like she hasn't been known to kill someone, and Ava doesn't know where Julian went. She wishes she did. Sonny got a call when Rudge made the deal for the boat, and he says he doesn't know where Olivia is. She said she had to correct one last wrong, and then Liv slips. She was holding her plaque that said Olivia St. John. She slips on it. She falls. She's on the ground now, and she's taking Carly's taking full advantage of the situation in front of her, and that's where we end. I will see you tomorrow later, maybe Thursday morning, because it's going to be a big day tomorrow. But I will definitely see you for tomorrow's General Hospital recap, and I hope you have a great night. Bye.